Hey, Dirt Farmer Jay here from dirtfarmerjay.com. How do you know when the TPMS, the tire pressure monitoring system in your vehicle is going bad? Well, there's a few signs, and I'm going to tell you what you need to know and how to get them replaced. Hey, Dirt Farmer Jay here from dirtfarmerjay.com. TPMS systems have been in place since 2007 in the United States. And whether you agree with them or not, you think it might be government overreach or whatever, data shows that we have had reduced accidents, better mileage, better fuel economy due to less rolling resistance, and longer tire life because these units have been installed. And let's be honest, do you check your tire pressure every time you go someplace? Me neither. So these are a great backstop. But how do you know when they are actually coming to the end of their life? Now, most of these are rated to be approximately 5 to 10 years in length. This unit on the box, it shows a 5-year warranty on it. But I got to tell you, the ones that were on our car, which was a 2007, it's now 2025, they just failed and had to be replaced. So they served a long life. Like anything else, technology comes along and improves a product or a way things are approached. Earlier TPMS units were usually this kind of band unit. This went around the wheel or rim, was attached, and then this was affixed inside the rim. But as you can see, there's a lot to this. This is pretty heavy compared to what is now used right here. About 3/4 US quarters and a penny is about what that weighs right there. So this is a lot lighter than this and makes it a lot easier to balance in the tire. So what indicators will you receive to let you know that it's probably time to actually change these TPMS units? Well, first of all, you get intermittent messages on your dashboard indicator or a persistent one that stays on. The sensors won't reset after a rotation. Or you get a persistent message, one that shows up that says tire pressure monitoring fault or sensor fault. That generally means that the battery is died, that it's no longer capable of generating the signal that is needed by the car to accurately reflect the pressure condition of the tires. And so at that point, it's time to make a change. So when your new sensors are installed, they'll need to be programmed or they'll need to relearn. So when that's done, that's how your vehicle meets these new sending units. So this may involve automatic recognition. So a newer vehicle may automatically sense them and know exactly the condition of the tires. Or your technician may be using a TPMS scan tool. There are also key cycle and driving sequences that many times will activate a handshake, so to speak, between the dashboard unit and computer and these units. And then lastly is relearn procedures that are tied to rotation patterns. So the good news is that most tire shops can handle all of these quickly and inexpensively. So one of the questions that I hear commonly is, do these units affect tire balance? Yes, but only a little, because they're so light, as we've already pointed out. It doesn't take much to counterbalance them with light tire weights or even maybe offsetting from a heavier side of the tire to eliminate any vibration that these may cause. So is it a concern? Not really, because of the lightness of the modern units. Operational units will generally send a message to the monitoring system when tire pressure is 25% or lower than what the recommended amount is. So it'll set it off, and obviously you don't want to run your tires that low all the time, but as a safety backstop, so 25% less than, let's say, 34 pounds PSI, it's going to set that off and let you know it's time to reinflate, it's time to check those tires. And this is especially important during weather changes. When it changes from hot to cold, the tires will tend to lose pressure. Cold air is denser. And then the opposite is true during times when the weather's turned very hot or warm. Hot tires run at higher pressure and therefore tend to be a little bit overinflated during that time. So that's something to keep in mind. However, if you know that you do have operational units or they're fairly new and you're ending up with error messages up on your dashboard heads up unit, then check out this video that we show exactly how to check those out and how to reset them just using some driving techniques that are programmed into these units. We know that you'll find that to be helpful to you. And while you're at it, check out this other video that the man behind the camera, Rob, has put together this great channel. If you grew up a child of the 80s or 90s and really enjoyed gaming, but you kind of had to leave it behind, but you still love it, how do you fit it in and just live the life you need to, but still enjoy it? That's what that channel's all about. Check it out. I know you'll love what you see. Hey, until the next time, this is Dirt Farmer Jay from DirtFarmerJ.com, understanding all about TPMS.